Now, here's Greg Gutfeld of Fox News on the 5. And I'm going to let him set the tone here with his take, because he has something very interesting to say about how the public is reacting to Chauvin being convicted of killing George Floyd.
In the last couple of minutes, the debate isn't dividing the country. The media narrative is dividing the country. No one is divided over the Chauvin verdict. Do you know anybody that said, boo-hoo, that was wrong? I'm really angry. So try to...
Do you know anyone angry over the Chauvin verdict? Let's see if we see anyone angry over the Chauvin verdict. The conservative intellectual here, the smartest guy in the conservative movement, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro tweets a tweet that is transcribing CNN's Don Lemon, who was on TV, saying justice has been served. And Ben Shapiro says, and we all know he would have never said this had the reverse verdict been reached. Well, of course, if justice was not served, then you would not say that. I mean, I don't even think justice was served, technically. I mean, in this case, I guess you can say in some aspect. I mean, the idea is that justice would have been served if, George Floyd did not die, but it was not killed. But, what Ben Shapiro is saying here. Let's see someone else totally not mad about what happened here. Oh, here's Tommy Lauren, totally not mad about the verdict. Oh, wait, this is another Shapiro tweet. I'll get to this one in a second, actually. Here is Tommy Lauren being totally not mad about the verdict. You got your justice, so I'd assume there will be peace in Minneapolis tonight. No rioting, no looting, no harassing officers. Is the Foot Locker safe tonight? Should be, right? Justice, right? No need to steal in the name of George Floyd anymore, right? Well, I'm not even going to get into anything she just said, because the fact of the matter is she was completely wrong. There was no looting or violence, rioting, as Tommy Lauren would describe it that night. In fact, there was just basically peaceful protest and, taking in the moment. Because like I said, this is a very rare occasion. As someone on the YouTube channel just told me via Super Chat, Abby says, since 2005, 7 cops have been convicted of murder. 7 cops. 16 years, 7 cops have faced justice. But let's continue and look at all these people who are totally not mad. We got Todd Starnes. Good old Todd Starnes. Let's see what his take is here. Let me pull up this tweet. Black Lives Matter. If you don't find this man guilty, we will burn down your cities and hunt down your families. Jury, guilty on all counts. And this is actually a common thread you'll see throughout the night in a lot of the clips I will end up playing, where the right truly believes that Chauvin should be innocent. He should have not been convicted. He should have been found not guilty. But the jury's hands were tied and a gun was put to their head, and they're basically told, find this cop guilty or you will face rioting and violence in the streets. They really do think the jury did not look at this 9-minute long video and did not hear all the experts, all the testimony, the autopsy, cops even saying this was above, even they were admitting it was too far. The witnesses they had there, witness after witness here, basically giving testimony to add to the fact that Chauvin was guilty. But the right still thinks that the jury did not take any of this into consideration and basically decided Chauvin was guilty in an effort to save the city. Really, but here's some more people who are totally not angry. We got Tim Pool, who says cops need to resign en masse now. Now, I agree, but not for the reasons Tim Pool's saying that. We got Scott Adams, aka the Dilbert guy, saying there's a fine line between justice and human sacrifice. Again, thinking Chauvin is being sacrificed at the altar of wokeness. Unbelievable. They just can't accept that this guy was guilty as hell. We got good old Cassandra Fairbanks, who makes up stories about being attacked and fleeing her home. Poor Chauvin. This is awful. He is a political prisoner. A political prisoner, she says. A political prisoner. Can you believe this? Nobody can change my mind on this, she says. Chauvin, a political prisoner. Unbelievable, really. They're just losing their minds over this, aren't they? What else do we got here? Free Mumia Abu Jamal and Derek Chauvin, right? We got white supremacist Scott Greer. Why even remain a cop? This system hates you and only needs you to enforce mass regulations. Get a job that won't send you to jail for doing your job. Taking the Tim Pool route there, where cops should there's no honor in being a cop anymore, right? The right sure does love the police, right? Mike Cernovich, Mr. Date Rape Does Not Exist. I believe in self-governance. Democrats have spoken. They do not want police to enforce the law. Fine with me. That's how it goes and how it should be. Nationwide police strikes are called for. Just they're like crying out. They just can't take it. It's too much for them. Matt Walsh. The mob, led by Democrats at the highest level, successfully intimidated the jury into getting the result they wanted before the trial started. Again, just like Greg Gutfeld said, no one's upset over this. No one's upset over the outcome here, right? These are totally people who are not upset, right? Totally people who are 100% not upset. Totally normal reactions, right? And Matt Walsh isn't done. This is probably the most disgusting tweet, actually. Matt Walsh says, George Floyd's death will go down as the most consequential drug overdose in history. Continuing this narrative that completely flies in the face of exactly what the medical examiner who testified at the in court said. Truly, these guys can't take it, right? Or as Greg Gutfeld says, totally normal reactions, totally not completely losing their minds. Everyone is absolutely in love with this decision here, as you can see from all these tweets. And let me pull back here this Ben Shapiro tweet. This is a widespread recognition on the left, says Ben Shapiro, both among media and politicians, that the enormous public pressure campaign was crucial to achieving the Chauvin conviction, which is typically not how criminal justice system is supposed to work. Again, no, I don't know what who on the left is agreeing with that, Ben Shapiro. This is just not accurate at all. They really can't accept that this video, 9 minutes of a guy kneeling on the back of someone's neck while they're still alive and saying, I can't breathe. And the knee continuing to be on the neck until the guy loses consciousness and then eventually dies. They can't accept that video. And then on top of that video, all the expert testimony would be enough to convict this guy. You know why? Because they are not used to it. They can't accept that a cop, in a rare instance, even in a rare instance, crossed the line and did so overtly that for only, like Abby said in the chat she sent me, for the 7th time since 2005, a cop has been convicted of murder. They just can't accept it.